What does your bed setup look like? Is it classy, minimalist, stuck in the 2000s? Is it filled with fancy pillows that just get shoved onto the floor when it's time for bed? Or maybe it's filled with stuffed animals who might get a similar treatment? When I was younger, I had a hard time picking a favorite stuffed animal and ended up sleeping with over 10 of them all piled around my head at night. It sounds nice in theory, but stuffed animals can have hard plastic eyes and noses, which can be kind of annoying to sleep with. Not to mention being extra lumpy if they accidentally end up underneath you. But sleeping without a stuffed animal just isn't a possibility for some people. Why should they have to compromise for comfort over cuteness? You could still go the route of the throw pillows because they can be just as geared towards style and a cute design. But throw pillows can also be a little too centered around looks and not as comfortable as a typical bed pillow. Between these limited options, it seems like your bed either gets to look nice and personalized or more basic yet comfortable. Surely there has to be a better solution. Enter throw pillow animals, or as I like to call them, just throw animals, which you should definitely not do in real life, by the way. Throw animals is a term that I possibly just made up to describe the kind of stuffed animals and bed decorations that are both visually appealing and actually functional as pillows. Throw pillows are mainly used as a decor item, so they have minimal functionality and are usually designed with that in mind. Elements like embroidery, buttons, or sequins make them not ideal for actually using. On the other hand, stuffed animals are more soft and comfortable, though the majority of stuffed animals are on the small side and not made for comfort, but more for holding or playing. To utilize them like a pillow, you'd either need a huge pile of small plushes or just one really big plush. But these can also be impractical on their own, because while a giant teddy bear is cute, it has big floppy limbs that make it cumbersome and difficult to position. Throw animals combine aspects of both throw pillows and stuffed animals to make the best of both worlds. They have all the cuteness and style of stuffed animals, yet all the softness, comfort, and functionality of a pillow. The most popular throw animals as of 2023 are arguably the phenomenon of Squishmallows, sometimes called by their collectors as just Squish. They come in tons of colors, sizes, and varieties, so their popularity spans a wide audience, especially Gen Z collectors. But before there were Squishmallows, there were other pillow stuffed animal hybrids that hit the mark of the throw animal market. But before we get into those, I'd like to say thanks to this video's sponsor, Atlas VPN. Right now, Atlas VPN is running a huge discount where you can get a 3-year subscription for just $1.99 a month with a 30-day money-back guarantee. But time is running out. Just like this little boy is running out of space on his bed for his Squishmallows, so you have to get your deal quick by clicking the link in the video description below before he gets consumed. Atlas VPN is a virtual private network which encrypts your data when you're online so that every malicious link and scammer are stopped in their tracks, and you only need one subscription for all of your devices. Ads, trackers, hackers, malware, you name it. Atlas VPN will take them down like a giant teddy bear to the head. Google searching with Atlas keeps your searches private, organic, and free of sites and companies tracking your activity. And when you want to search something on Netflix, but it's not available in your country, Atlas VPN lets you disguise your connection by joining a server in another country. So grab a throw animal, or 20, and enjoy watching your favorite movies and TV without any region locking. In addition to saving money by getting the best deals on your online shopping and subscriptions, you'll also be getting the most affordable online protection. So you'll be able to get the best deals on your new favorite throw animals, while also saving money on your VPN protection to buy even more tomorrow. The little boy is almost out of room, so make sure to get Atlas VPN's discount of a 3-year subscription for $1.99 a month with the link in the description before time runs out. One of the earlier examples of a pillow stuffed animal hybrid were the pillow people of the 1980s. Pillow people took the ordinary concept of a pillow, attached stuffed limbs on the sides, and printed faces and designs onto the front, turning a regular, boring white rectangle into an exciting new person. A pillow person. They came in all kinds of designs. Lots of pillow people were sleepy with half-lidded eyes, which I guess makes sense for a pillow, or just had nice, comforting smiles to tie into their slogan and make you feel happy, safe, and snug. Different features like hair, accessories, and hats were also added onto certain designs to give each character its own personality and match anyone's lifestyle. Pillow Fighter was great for boxing fans. Punky Pillow matched well with music lovers. Joe and Jill College were perfect for people who like college. With so many variations, it was easy to find a pillow person to match anyone's interests, whether that was big feet or buying a pillow pre-stained. While the word people implies that the pillows are human, there were also a few pillow people that were animals, objects, or some kind of human hybrid of either. Dogs, cats, sheep, and bears were a few of the animals that existed, though there was even a sleeping dragon named Dina Snooze that broke the mold of the regular rectangle shape, and I think she looks pretty sick. Thunderclap was a personified angry storm cloud, while Squeaky Door and Window Rattler resembled, clearly, a door and a window. These were actually themed after the concept of a bump in the night, or common sounds in a quiet house at night that could scare younger kids, so that explains their existence as random home features or intangible sounds, instead of being people like most of the others, but hugging a stuffed door at night is still kind of a weird concept, to be sure. Window Rattler is one of the most popular and well-known pillow people because of its appearance in the sitcom Full House, being one of DJ's favorite toys and seen in her room throughout a few different episodes. I have to say though that I feel like out of all the other options, the window human hybrid pillow wearing full jail stripes might not have been so popular without the Full House cameo. There is something so 80s about these designs, from their overly cartoonish features to their dated outfits, and despite finding these just a little bit strange, I can see why they would be appealing. They hit that throw animal sweet spot after all, being marketed as both a playtime toy and a bedtime companion. Pillow people were so popular during their reign in the 80s that there were more than just the pillows themselves, but also a lot of other products, from sheets, towels, and books, to figurines, magnets, and costumes featuring the characters, making over $120 million in total sales during their peak. There was even a Pillow People animated TV special made for Christmas in 1988. But by 1988, the original Pillow People began to be phased out to be replaced by Pillow Stars, a version of Pillow People modeled after popular licensed characters of the time. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Trolls, and the California Raisins are just a few of the characters that were made into Pillow Stars. As much as I understand that existing characters of popular media, especially from major companies like Disney, are generally always going to be more popular than original characters, even the really cool ones with big shoes or a college degree, these Pillow Stars just seem so much less charming than the original Pillow People. And that's not just because I don't like raisins. They're made with more defining features of each of their character models, but by adding things like a head attached to the main body, yet trying to still maintain the classic rectangular pillow shape, the designs often come out looking like strange versions of both their characters and of Pillow People. I do think some Pillow Star designs actually work pretty well with their added bits, like these Garfield and Casper pillows, but in general, it seems a big factor of the success of Pillow People was their uniqueness, and the push for licensed characters took away from that factor in more ways than one. After tapering off by 1991, the Pillow People line was revived for a short time in 1996, but after that, they became just another passing fad. From 1991, there wasn't any immediate successor to fill in the Pillow People shaped hole that was now left in the throw animal market. In the early 2000s, one of my friends when I was younger had this big stuffed horse that was like half her size and took up a good portion of her bed. It definitely seemed bigger as a kid, but because it was still bigger than a regular stuffed animal, you could kind of maneuver it and use it as a pillow. But its hair gave me sensory issues and kind of grossed me out, and it still just wasn't ideal for both playing and sleeping. I personally had this Scooby-Doo body pillow I got for Christmas one year to match my Scooby-Doo towel, and no, I don't know why I had so many Scooby-Doo related toys, but I do have to say, I did really like this thing. It was a pretty decent size and shape for laying on, and it resembled the character well without being too rectangular or weirdly shaped. Although I did play with it a bit, this pillow was mainly only useful as a pillow, being a little too big and flat to really be used as a toy or a regular stuffed animal. Despite Pancake Scooby and the early 2000s nappy-haired horse, there didn't seem to be any throw animals that were quite hitting the mark, let alone taking off and developing into trends. Taking it back to Pillow People for a moment though, the animal versions of the Pillow People were actually marketed as Pillow People Pets, or more shortened, pillow pets, which is a convenient segue into the next notable example of throw animals, actual pillow pets. Pillow pets were invented in 2003, but didn't end up majorly taking off until around 2010, and take off they did. What started with just 6 cute animal designs quickly expanded to have even more animals as the brand grew, from ladybugs and unicorns to turtles and giraffes. So what made them so popular? Well, they were pretty well described in their TV commercials, advertised in a little jingle as As the name implies, pillow pets were another combination of a stuffed animal and a pillow, similar to pillow people but clearly different. The typical flat, rectangular shape of a pillow was used when in pillow mode, but with a quick hamburger-style fold and a simple Velcro attachment, the pillow was now a pet. Instead of having extended arms and legs like a pillow person, the 4 corners of a pillow pet would become the legs, with the plush head extending from the body. This folding gimmick clearly brought something that pillow people didn't, a fun way to switch from playtime to bedtime. These things were seriously one of the hottest items of their time. Between pillow pets and Snuggies, the 2010s really started off as the era of comfort and convenience ordered directly from your TV. Their designs are simple yet so effective. The soft backings, sweet little smiles, and bulbous heads really pull the whole premise together in one super cute package. Also, unlike pillow people, pillow pets initially only came in animal designs, which I think is generally more appealing as far as stuffed toys go. Plastic dolls have largely overtaken stuffed and rag dolls in popularity since the 20th century. And while pillow people were still popular, the animal part of the traditional stuffed animal is arguably what makes them so appealing. Since their release in 2003, pillow pets have expanded their brand, now selling scented, glow-in-the-dark, licensed, and nightlight pets, as well as different sizes of each from peewee to jumbo. The nightlight idea is kind of a miss for me because while nightlights in general are fine, the hard plastic backing and electronics inside the pet seem like they kind of defeat the purpose of these toys being comfortable and accessible as a pillow. I mean, this one that's modeled after R2-D2 is literally just all plastic, which is so far from the original design and kind of a stretch to call a pillow pet. R2-D2 is just one example of the dozens of other licensed characters turned pillow pets. As much as I sort of ragged on some of the licensed characters of Pillow Stars, I have to say that they give me an overall better vibe than some of these. I think the animal characters that are meant to be on 4 legs look mostly fine as pillow pets, while some of the other characters that are suddenly turned bulbous and quadrupedal just look sort of off. Especially the characters that aren't animals. Who thought that this abomination was a good idea? Also, some of the liberties these designs are taking to not stray too far from the original character designs start to look kind of weird too, like Elmo here, who has the regular 4 pillow corners adapted into legs when folded and also 4 regular limbs attached to what's meant to be his back. Which way do you think Pillow Pet Elmo would wear his pants? But that's not as bad as this Baby Yoda pillow that somehow looks both exactly like Grogu's original design and also oddly terrifying and uncanny at the same time. He reminds me of the granny from SpongeBob that fed Gary all those cookies. Just me? Okay. Despite his looks, it seems even more goofy to call this a pillow pet at all, considering his Velcro strap that gives original pillow pets their folded animal-like shapes just like snatches his waist instead. I don't think it's wrong or anything for a stuffed animal company to branch out into different shaped stuffed animals, it just seems a far cry from the unique and charming design of the originals, all for a licensed product, and that's kinda disappointing. Pillow pets are still available and in production today, with new designs being made and Grogu's being waist-trained. But compared to the height of their popularity in the early 2010s, the trend has largely fallen off. As with the gap between pillow people and pillow pets, there wasn't anything to quickly take the place of the last dying trend in the throw animal market. Nothing, of course, until Squishmallows came along in 2017. Squishmallows were inspired by Japanese toys, especially the plushes, that were soft, comfortable, and kawaii, which just means cute for any non-weeaboos out there. Although they did come in 2017, Squishmallows didn't really start to hit it big until 2020 during the pandemic, when TikTok users were posting their collections and hashtagging about the brand while under lockdown and social distancing. This presence on TikTok and existing in such a social media-based age in general is what I'd call the Squishmallow advantage. Pillow people could only grow through their physical and TV advertisements, and the same could mostly be said about pillow pets when even Twitter wasn't as largely used as it is today, and explosive apps like TikTok didn't even exist yet. I guess there could have been some Vines about pillow pets, maybe, but people used Vine more for their free shavakadu and two guys chilling in a hot tub fix, not to participate in communities and learn about pop culture trends. The Squishmallow advantage of garnering such a large consumer and community base on TikTok has made them become one of the most popular and fastest growing trends of the last few years. Plus, in addition to growing through social media, another huge advantage of Squishmallows is that they're, of course, just cute. They combine the stuffed animal and pillow aspect in the same way that the products before them did, but they bring a few new elements to the table in their designs. The first thing you'll probably notice about Squishmallows is their signature oval shape. These round little eggs are a step away from the basic rectangular shape of pillows that both pillow people and pillow pets leaned on, making them feel arguably more fresh and modern. In addition to their egginess, Squishmallows are also filled with polyester fiber and made of a stretchy spandex fabric, which makes them, as you might have guessed by their name, extra soft and squishy, not unlike cuddling a giant marshmallow. Plenty of knockoff brands and even a clear Squishmallow competitor by Pillow Pets have come out since their success, but of course, none of these dupes land quite as well as the originals. I personally feel like the Squishmallow shape works extra well with their licensed character designs, especially opposed to some of the less appealing versions of the licensed products of brands before them. By removing the arms and legs completely, the simplicity of the oval shape seems to allow for the best mix of both the original product design and the character designs themselves. Human and animal characters alike both look like they're inspired characters and a regular Squishmallow, leaving little compromise on the telltale features of the characters or the expected shape of the plush. I mean, just compare the Baby Yoda pillow pet to the Squishmallow version. Maybe I'm biased, but the Squish seems cuter, more in line with the brand, and gives a lot less of the SpongeBob Granny vibe. The hashtags Squishmallows and Squishmallow have a collective almost 7 billion views attached to them on TikTok, not to mention all of the other variations of the tag or just generally untagged videos that are out there, which may give you an idea of just how popular they are, especially in their online-based communities. The brand has expanded to include not just classic Squish in the original 4 sizes, but now 12 different sizes from 3.5-inch keychains to huge 24-inch plushes. There's also mystery bags, mini playsets, different shapes like reversible designs and the elongated stackables, and even trading cards. The success of Squishmallows is definitely not unlike the Beanie Baby fever of the 90s, where products were obsessively hoarded, collected, and hard to keep on store shelves. Also similar to Beanie Babies, each Squishmallow design, in addition to offering different colors and animals, also come with a unique name and a bio with information and personality traits listed on their tags. And I feel like this is really what made each of these products so appealing to fans of the brand. Giving a little animal that's already super cute a backstory and personality turns each plush into its own character, breathing life into what would otherwise be a nameless, blank slate of a stuffed animal. But Squishmallows even go beyond Beanie Babies, given that they have the added effect of being throw animals. The varying sizes, colors, and personalities of these little, or sometimes giant, squishable eggs make them perfect for collecting and displaying for their style and cuteness, but also being functional as pillows, even in some of the smaller sizes. Beanie Babies, despite their cute factor, were marketed more as pieces to play with or just display, especially since their classic beans made them a bit less soft to the touch. As with any popular collector's product though, Squishmallow collecting comes with its ups and downs. Most designs are released in limited runs, even with certain runs being exclusive to certain areas, stores, or promotions, potentially making them even harder to come by. Scalpers and resellers of Squishmallows are not uncommon, with some of the rarest characters going for hundreds or even thousands of dollars for a single plush. While Jack the Black Cat might not look like anything too special, his status as the 500th member of the Squishmallow Squad, and more importantly, the way his special edition drop of only 500 sold out in less than 2 hours, makes this simple little cat one of the rarest Squishmallows there is. Like, I know he's cute, but he's not that cute. As much as all of the brands we covered each hit it big in their respective eras, the world of quick and cheap production as well as online shopping has created the perfect environment for throw animals like never before, even outside of successful brands. With the ever-growing popularity and influx of sites like AliExpress and Wish now selling anything and everything you could ever want at such cheap prices, there are an infinite number of non-branded, not just name brand knockoffs, but random throw animal type products on their own. Although I would definitely question the quality of some of these pillows, they do still exist to now automatically fill the space between evolving trends, coming in all shapes and designs to fit anyone's interests, from goose fanatics to chicken leg lovers alike. That being said though, these cheap one-off designs arguably still don't hit that sweet spot like the real OG throw animal brands do. Whether you prefer pillow people, pillow pets, Squishmallows, or whatever this is, the trend of throw pillow stuffed animals is still going strong, and for that, me and my bed are thankful. A huge thank you to Dylan Webb, Kevin Evans, Paper Sam, Sarah, Oinen Omandor, and the rest of my patrons for supporting me. I made this specially embroidered throw pillow just for you guys. Sorry there's only one, you'll have to take turns sharing it.